be wise not to take this contest far easily. Teams make their way out onto the beautiful turf at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. This is the ASEAN Club Championship, the Shopee Cup. This is Johor Darul Taksim, the Southern Tigers, taking on Bangkok United from Thailand. Fazail, very much a local boy, Pontian born, which is in the state of Johor. He's the captain for today. Restrictions on the number of non-locals you can have playing in your side. It's 7 foreign-born players in the squad, 7 on the pitch at any given time. So it gives an opportunity for the likes of Afiq and Shihan Hazmi. Also on the other side, again, bags of experience from the likes of Poklau and Rungrat. Both these nations, both these teams invest very heavily in their squads. Johor have victory in this competition in mind, and it's a very strong team they put out. Irathamal, Ishrafilov and Antonio Glauda are a very strong back three. Arif Ayman needs no introduction to Thai fans. Oscar Aribas down the left-hand side. He's got Philippine heritage. Will be looking to provide the ammunition for João Figueiredo and Bergson de Silva, who have the 2 starting positions today for Johor Darul Taksim. Bangkok United went to Singapore for a couple of their signings. Seo Kanori and Kyoga Nakamura playing for Tampines Rovers, who were in action in this competition yesterday. They lost 4-2 up at Selangor. Again, very complicated, very confusing who's playing in what competition where. This is very much the Shopee Cup, which is establishing itself very quickly since its rebirth last year. It's a competition really worth winning. Last year's final was a stunning contest between Buriram United and Hanoi. Match referee is Kim Hee-gon, 39-year-old from Korea. We've seen involved in Suzuki Cup matches, AFC Champions League matches. Assisted by Park Sang-jim, Cho Jin-hee. Video assistant referees are Choi Hyun-jae from Korea and Mohammad Taki from just over the causeway in Singapore. Experienced VAR team indeed. So VAR, as you can see, is in operation here. 7 changes for the side that lost 2-1 to Buriram in the league for Sripan. He's also without 2 injured players. Kosovic comes in for his first ASEAN match. Hussein Al Ghassani is an Omani international with over 50 international caps and 12 goals to his name. Defensively, Philip Maya will be partnering Everton Gonçalves against a team who really know where the back of the net is. On the bench, internationals galore for Johor Darul Taksim. It includes Hepati Fernandez, who, of course, made such a big name for himself in the Thai league. Here's the list of the substitutes. Romel Morales, the Colombian-born Malaysian international, and Jairo, who's made a really big name for himself. Cisco Munat is the man in charge of JDT. Big pressure on him with all the investment that has been made. Nothing less than victory, and convincing victory is expected. Bangkok United, well, they are used to being the underdogs. They've got players like Nakamura, the Singapore international, the Japanese-born, who was one of their recruits for coach Sripan. They will be hoping to spring a surprise here against JDT. Certainly won't come in with an inferiority complex. Pushed Buriram all the way at the weekend. Now it's Johor's turn. Shopee Cup, match day 2 for Johor Darul Taksim. Match day 1 for Bangkok United. JDT in state colours, red and blue, going from right to left. Long ball immediately won by Everton Gonsalves. 17 on the left-hand side is Konori, former Tampines player, the Japanese, and it's played down there to Hussein Al-Ghassani. As you can see, there's been plenty of rain in this part of the world. A downpour a couple of hours ago. It's left soggy patches all over the pitch. It will drain quickly, but we were a little bit concerned about it. A little back flick down the line, and the flag would have gone up, but Hector Hebel is there. Under 20 international, now eligible and playing for Malaysia. Hebel, who's doing the defensive work there. Six teams in the group, the top two go through. Later on tonight, Nam Dinh from Vietnam take on Cambodia's Phai Rieng. Phai Rieng had a 3-0 victory over Shan United. Lion City Sailors are the other team involved in the group. So it is a full of ambitious teams, is this Shopee Cup. One Chai, one of the 7 changes, pinged forward by Nakamura. For this Runrath. It's Figueiredo. A fabulous start to the season. João Figueiredo, both for club and international team. Antonio Glauda, recent recruit from Cadiz. Once again. Scoring that Champions League elite match up in Buriram. Bangkok. Any space for JDT, and I think Fazale has to just ask for some help from Glauda. That's a good press coming in from Bangkok United there, and a foul from Bergson. Kosovic, recent signing from the Saudi second division, Montenegrin. Have a holding role, but will be also looking to push forward. There's another relatively new signing, Philippe Meyer. Ball over the top, looks for Al-Ghassani, finds Konori. Konori's cross is deflected and poured away unconvincingly. Played back in. There's a man down in the penalty area for Bangkok United. Put the ball out of play, but there was some contact in the penalty area as that cross came in. Hussein Al-Ghassani is the man who's just looks like he's taken a knee onto the top of his thigh. The pressure from Glauda. He's claiming that there was a contact as that ball came in. It was just eased off the ball by Glauda. In the modern world of VAR, time a striker goes down, you're always a little bit nervous. There's Antonio Glauda, 29-year-old, couple of goals already in his JDT career. Figueiredo's made himself a real hit early on since his moved from the Turkish league. Shripan looks on. Cool and calm as he was as a calculating defender as well. Konori did well to get to the byline. Block came in from Israfilov and just poured away. Back in play. Martinez Nakamura to Everton. Gonsalves, Mr. Bangkok United, 8th season with the club. The Brazilian. to Lauda. In the middle of the back three is John Irazabal. Israfilov on the right-hand side of that three. There is Mehdi Israfilov. Lauda on to Oscar Arribas. In a squad that often rotates, Oscar Arribas has been a difficult man to dislodge. Here he is once again. He contributes defensively and offensively. Can operate on the left and right hand side in a back four, or here in a midfield five as he is as a wing back. (4-3-3) the formation as expected for Bangkok United. Arribas looks for Afik Fazail. Belted clear by Everton. Such a steady player, Everton Gonçalves. Kosovic did well to get that first ball. Muscular presence in the heart of midfield. 23 is Israfilov. Then Harry Feynman, first chance to swivel his hips onto Hector Hevel. Go chasing that, he says to Antonio. As you can see, the pitch is still showing a lot of wetness. Here's Figueiredo. Tries to squeeze it through. Nakamura. A little clip just as he pulled away. One of the two signings from Tampines Rovers. Clipped there by Afik Fazail. Japanese born. Played for the Arborex club in Singapore before moving on to Tampines, where he did really well, both he and Kanori. Looks wide to Philipp Meyer. Nakamura closed down pretty quickly there by Afik Fazail. Maybe he's been seen as the creative spark. Afik keeping an eye on the number 14. This is Wanchai. Everton once again. Change strips for Bangkok United today. They're normally in red and black stripes. Kyoga. Good pressure by Glauder on Rungrat. To Patiwak Kamai. 25 caps for the Thai goalkeeper. Happy to play the ball into space, and they've retained the ball pretty well, Bangkok United. It's a good league, the Thai league. There's a lot of competitive clubs up there. Even though Buriram continued to dominate 4 trophies last season for Buriram. Not as dominant as JDT are here, but there is a lot of depth in that Thai league. It's Nitipong Selenon, another of the international contingent. Hooked forward, helped on by Bergson. Is help it on, and Bangkok United enjoying a nice spell of pressure here. It's Musa Al-Ghassani. Spread out by Kosovic, and Kanori tries the first time volley. That was an expansive ball in, and not the worst effort from Seya Kanori. So he held himself to 3 goals here, and back diagonal ball. Spent an age up in the air. Mistake, nearly holds up in the water. Siham bangs it into Rungrat. First involvement for Nacho Mendes. That's Arif. Little dink forward. Maya does well. Everton completes the clearance. Afik Fazail just little dink forward into Nacho Mendes. Oscar Arribas might try and get a shot here, and does. Deflected wide. by the head of Philippe Maya. A little inquest in the Bangkok United. Oh, wow. Kim Hee-gon hasn't given a corner here. And that's clearly a deflection of Philippe Maya. But he can go inside and outside, can Oscar Arribas. Remarkably, no corner given. Kosovic. Confident start from Kosovic. Confident start from Bangkok. Nakamura was expected to start on the left. He starts on the right-hand side. Runrat was looking for the run forward from Nittipong Selenon, the international fullback. Picked up by Ratibal. Israfilov. Loses out to Kanori. There's a four-man break on here for Bangkok United. Al-Ghassani closed down by Irazabal. Kanori wants the foul for handball against Irazabal. Kanori and Nakamura impressed in Asian competition last year for Tampines against Bangkok United. Had a large influence on the move north. Ghassani chases. Israfilov is there. Has he kept it in? Yes, he has. Nakamura once again. Selenon back to Philippe Maya. The home crowd very much used to seeing Johor utterly dominate games. Not today. Nittipong will chase that into the corner. It doesn't hold up in the water as he'd hoped he would do. Long ball over the top, nicely played. Arif gets the touch in, and Wanchai is there. Wanchai's established himself as left back. Quite a number of changes to Bangkok United. It was a semi-successful season last year. It was trophyless, and they are making investments. They've actually changed their home venue as well. They share the BG Stadium from Tamaset. Content with being also Rans. Long ball over the top, and Oscar will chase. Patiwa had a quieter start than I think he might have anticipated. Nakamura, flicked on by Al-Ghassani, was looking for Kanori. Johor standards, a relatively soporific start. Goalless though. Arribas. Mendes. He's in the heart of midfield. He's the kind of sweeper in front of the back three. Arif Ayman goes down immediately by Wanchai. His Figueiredo. De Hevel's ball. Wanchai just gets there ahead of Arif. Kanori's got Al-Ghassani making a run ahead of him. Is the Omani. He's got some pace as Hussein Al-Ghassani. Oh, that ball was a good one. It just held up. The water's still holding the ball up over in that far corner. It will drain. You can see that Johnny Razabal has helped out defensively there. Chai. Nakamura seeing a lot of the ball in the early stages. Rungrath. He's very much a left-sided player, is Rungrath. Lovely ball. Picks out one Chai. There's Kanori. Kanori was just trying to play the ball into Musa Al-Ghassani. Razabal did well. And Afik Fazel loses out. Al-Ghassani goes down, penalty. Well, pressure from Bangkok United. Afik Fazel coughed up possession. Kim Hee-gon right on the spot. Razabal says he's got the ball. The VAR will have a check on this to see whether or not he did indeed get the ball, but Al-Ghassani was on it in a flash. That's where the problem happens. Al-Ghassani gets there. Well, to be fair, it looks a decent challenge coming in from Razabal. Looks like he's got nothing but ball there, but he's coming from the side, and that might... Well, that way it looks like he's taken the foot first. Al-Ghassani has put his foot across the ball first, and Johnny Razabal has taken him down. VAR no doubt will look, but it's cute play by Musa Al-Ghassani, the Omani. Cleverly done. He scores a goal every other game since he moved to Bangkok from the Al-Siab club, where he won an AFC Cup against another Malaysian team, Kuala Lumpur. Now, VAR are still having a look at this. But I think, from my perspective, Sheehan is going to have to face the penalty kick. Bangkok United, well, their reward for not being cowed by Johor Darul Taksim could well be a penalty. In the VAR room, we've got Choi Hyun Jai. The referee's been invited to come over to have a closer look at this. Well, one of the shots that we saw certainly suggests that it was all ball, but another one looked like Al-Ghassani had just put his foot across first. The decision will be down to the 39-year-old Korean, Kim Hee-gon. The right foot of Al-Ghassani is just trying to step in front of the ball. Whether Razabal got there first, that looks like ball, but from another angle. The referee was right on the spot. That angle shows ball. Suggests a little bit of contact. Tightening up the rules. This is one of the issues that the lawmakers have. Right then, Kim Hee-gon, decision. No penalty. Bangkok United will feel a little bit aggrieved. Johnny Razabal happy, relieved. Musa Al-Ghassani, well, not too much of a complaint from him. Here's Oscar Arribas, straight down the other end, onto Arif. Great volley, blocked away by the chest of Patiwat Kamai. Well, maybe that let-off will galvanise JDT. Arif Ayman, poked away from him by Everton. Mendes finds Oscar. Mendes once again. Arribas comes back to Glauda. Shrafilov in at Azabal. Need to be careful passing the ball back there. Figueiredo. Quiet 20 minutes for him. Not used to saying that about Figueiredo. Normally gets so heavily involved. And there's Arif Ayman. Eased off the ball. Muscular fashion by Everton. He reckons there was a high arm in the way there. Does Arif Ayman. Bergson and João Figueiredo not shy in coming forward to referee Kim Hee-gon. He cuts inside one shy. The arm is high. The earlier effort, blocked away, body behind the ball. Also directed it into a safe place. Evan is such a really nice man off the field. The problem for Bangkok is that Kosovic receiving treatment for a little bit of a while now. Indeed, look at that Poklau. Look of frustration on Poklau Anand's face. Nebojša Kosovic, who's an important part of the midfield setup for Tachuan Sripan's team. Well, he's coming off and immediately those buttons will have to be moved around again. There's plenty of experience on the bench. Titipan can play in midfield. Experienced Jakapan Praisuan can also come in, but it is a real loss. They've got games coming up thick and fast. As I say, they were in Selangor a week ago. They had Buriram in the week. They've got Ratchaburi coming up in the Thai League. Up in the main stand, or the stand opposite the main stand. Great views of what's going on. That is a real blow. Nebojša Kosovic, his Shopee Cup debut lasting just 23.5 minutes. The substitution yet. I think they're just trying to work out whether or not they have to. Yeah, it does look like it to him. Ted Pompom is prepped and changed and ready to come in. He is a holding midfielder. Ted just celebrates his 29th birthday. 45 Thailand international caps, joined from Muangthong United at the start of last season. Nittipong pulled down the line as we focus on Bergson. Kasani can't keep it in play. Been a good signing, Musa Al-Ghassani. He's a provider as well as a scorer of goals. And still the ball holds up in the wet, just in that little corner. Stubbornly refusing to drain in that far corner. Another injury problem. The ankle for Rungrat. Hector Heddle hasn't had a chance to get involved. Widatep is immediately involved. Just come on. Snap on the ankle. Pokla will have a more important role. He and Widatep in the heart of midfield. Pushed forward by Johnny Razabal. Push there on Pokla. There's another who's really been part of the Bangkok Challenge for a number of years, joined in 2017, Pokla Anam. Wanchai. Kinori's done well. Widatep wins the throw-in for Bangkok United. Thought they had a penalty. Let's confess, so did I. Overturned by VAR. Tackle from Johnny Razabal. Ball first. Al-Ghassani does well. Poklau helps it in. Wanchai can't find Al-Ghassani. Terrific stadium, the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Newly relayed pitch. Doing things at a very top level at Johor Darul Taksim, but Bangkok United are their equal today. The more subdued performances we've seen from JDT. Azabel looks it high. Nakamura. Quite sure that's where he meant it to go, but it's one of the more unusual 1-2s in football. There is Kyoga Nakamura, scampers forward. Kinori hogs that left-hand touchline. Kinori whips one in, but Sheehan is there. Musa Al-Ghassani. Just backed in there to Irazabal, and he thought he was just stronger than the centre-back. And again, I think Irazabal has got an official's call on his side there. Just looked like he was muscled out of it. Bergson barely had a sniff of the goal. He doesn't need a lot. Malaysia Super League goals, 4 already this season. Effectively a goal a game since he joined Johor. Ghassani loses out his Figueiredo. Arif Ayman, 3 in the penalty area. Scooped away once again, here's Bergson. And then Oscar Arribas headed away by Evan Gonçalves in front of his goalkeeper. But that's what Johor can do. They do get bodies into the penalty area. And they scrap for the ball, and very often the second ball falls to a blue and red shirt. So that's scooped away. Good effort from Arribas. Corner by Hector Hebel. Comes in, and Irazabal so good in the air. Good one for Mendes. Kinori, Kanori, a little bit of space to run into. Poklau ahead of him. Here's Wiratep. Hopefully just dropped into that defensive role. Wanchai is there. Gonsalves. Closing down, coming from Hekdevil on Nakamura. Clearly he's been seen as the big threat creatively. They know the work rate of Poklau and Wiratep. Nakamura can pick out a pass. Maya looks for the long diagonal for Nitipong Selenon. Go a little bit disgruntled. Adibas into Irazabal. Lovely ball, picks out Arif Ayman. Arif's got Bergson and Figueiredo in the middle. Here is Bergson. Deflected wide, that'll be a corner kick. First hint of a sniff of a goal for Bergson da Silva. Arif good enough to go either side. It's well defended by Philippe Maya. Corner is cleared. Neville. Adibas is strong enough to retain possession. Afik. Everton always give the ball away to Afik, who's seen the run outside of him. Arif Ayman. Still Arif. Have to be careful. Arif forced outside the penalty area. Afik helps it in. Maya's header. And again, enough white shirts there. And Poklau. Well, off the ball. Antonio Glauda was a little bit physical. And Musan Al Ghassani is furious. And Musan Al Ghassani might find himself in trouble, because he was trying to make a forward run, Al Ghassani, and he was unceremoniously taken out by Antonio Glauda. That's what he's upset about. But the referee hasn't seen it. Not a happy man. Has the ability to look as innocent as he possibly can. Wanchai. Everton uses goalkeeper. Figueiredo will close down. Just one or two signs Johor are getting into some stride. It's taken half an hour or so, but Arif is seeing more of the ball. Here he is once again. Good feed, Arif, and Oscar Arribas down the other side. Arif's got that explosive pace, pulls it back. Nakamura's clear. 5 fouls to 1. Bangkok United are a clean team. Disciplinary record is very good. Long ball. Adibas, good in the air. Finds Figueiredo. Might think of a shot, instead looks for Bergson. Shepherded out by Everton. Everton looks at his goalkeeper rather accusingly and says, "You've got to help me out there, Patiwat." Kamai, 30 years of age now. Solid last line of defence. Kanori He's got away, he's got Al Ghassani in the middle if he can pick him out. Instead, the water holds the ball up once again. Seher Kanori is frustrated by the conditions. He wanted to run straight at Eddie Israfilov. Now, Bangkok United putting up a spirited performance in Johor, as they always do against the top teams. Oscar Arribas to Figueiredo. Bergson shoots into the back of Everton Gonçalves. Good block by the Brazilian, from the Brazilian. Going short, nice play. Mendes, edge of the box, Oscar Arribas. Lovely movement that by Johor. Lovely creative work. Glauder helps it in. Oscar Arribas again. Again, the ability to go either left or right foot. This time chooses the right. Hevel wins it back. Yeah, the last 5 minutes or so have been much better for JDT. Largely because they're being able to feed Arif. Bergson comes short. It allows Hector Hevel to come forward. Mendes available, as is Afik. As is Hevel. Afik. To Glauder, looks down the line. It's not so Mendes, but Tipong is there to clear. Ghassani in another physical battle with John Irazabal, and Israfilov can bring the ball clear once again. Arif. Gosh, he's electric, isn't he? Arif Ayman. Or goes past 2 or 3 players, thinks of the shot. Excellent defensive work by Kyoga Nakamura. Al Ghassani versus Irazabal, round 6. That time Al Ghassani just edges it. Slight mistake by Maya. Causing a problem just yet. Johor not looking to press. They are very aware, I think, of the pace of Muhsin Al Ghassani. Awkward. Wiratep is a first half substitute for Nebojsa Kosovic. He goes long, and actually that substitutional change since then, Johor have edged themselves more into the game. Whether it's coincidence. Figueiredo, Arif. Arribas out to his right-hand side. Arif Ayman goes on forward. 2 wing backs linking up. To Afik. Curls it in, looks for Figueiredo. Everton positioning, his positional sense is excellent. De Hevel, Mendes. Patience from JDT, Southern Tigers. Hevel. They can afford to be patient, and they're good enough to keep hold of the ball. They can afford to be patient because they've got players good enough to score goals with half a chance. Wingers who can create. Arif closed down by Poklau. Arif puts it up, and Patiwat does well under pressure from Bergson. Good safe catch from Patiwat Kamai. And in true goalkeeper fashion, any little bit of contact, he'll buy a bit of time. For once, just putting it in, he knows Bergson will compete. It's a good grab. Has to make up a lot of ground. Patiwat's defence. His arms are up, his body is open. So any contact could cause a bit of winding. Wanchai, Kanori. Strafilov is there. Miscues his clearance. I'm wondering whether the early kick-off or earlier than normal kick-off is just having an impact on the players. It's not particularly warm, and obviously the rain is there, but challenge coming in from Al Ghassani. Lauder. Figueiredo comes short. Receives the ball, free kick. Adibas was trying to play the ball in. Philippe Meyer catches João Figueiredo. Really is incumbent on Johor to increase the pace, to pressurise Bangkok United. Yeah, they've got one win so far. You need to make the most of your home games. Once again, Patiwat, nice safe gloves. Johor's next involvement in this competition is in early December when they go to Cambodia to take on Svay Rieng. Then they entertain Shan United for an awkward little trip against Nam Dinh. Lion City Sailors in this group and Bangkok United. Don't want to be dropping home points. That trip to Nam Dinh in February looks particularly awkward. This one hasn't proven to be that easy either. Nakamura feeds Al Ghassani once again. Imani beaten into the challenge by Johnny Razabal. Here's Hevel. Tries to take it past Nitipong, couldn't quite get past the Thai international. Meyer. Figueiredo was lurking, and there wasn't a call there for Philippe Meyer from his goalkeeper. That could have been awkward. Here is Figueiredo, always looking to make things happen. Onto Adibas. Far post, so he has to keep it short. Afiq between them. Can't get the better of Ser Kanori. Throw in to Johor Darul Taksim. Winter time added on at the end of the first half. 4 minutes to be added. Johor have had their moments. A couple of shots goal bound that were blocked. A couple of good blocks as well by goalkeeper Patiwat, but the nearest we had was when a penalty was awarded to Bangkok United, overturned after a VAR decision. Figueiredo is onside. Figueiredo, his touch just taken away from him, and he's caught Patiwat on his foot. That goes up for offside anyway. Park Sang-jun over on the far side. Where Figueiredo's followed in, but that's for the offside decision. It's a good 3 or 4 yards offside, and never really sure why the ruling will be to let something as obvious as that carry on. Never mind. Seiya Kanori's been one of the bright sparks for Bangkok United going forward. He's looked dangerous. Isabel towers over Al Ghassani. Wiratep plays it out wide though to Nittipong. Rungrath not had a chance to run at Antonio Glaude yet, Rungrath. Wiratep. 2 of the 4 minutes have elapsed. Patiwat, that's a strange old ball to play. Giant Everton. Oh, concede possession to Afiq Fazale. That was a very strange ball by Patiwat. Put his team under pressure. Oscar Arribas will try to make him pay. Hector onto Arribas once again. Little give and go with Hector Hevel. Hevel again, wide of Oscar. His cross though is easy for Patiwat to claim. This time he goes long. His first touch wasn't the best, but it breaks to Wanchai. Wiratep helps it on to Poklau. Wiratep again. Nicely played out wide. Kyoga Nakamura. Nittipong has made a forward run. Prince Rungrath is looking for Nittipong. Figueiredo cushions well. Helped by Bergson. Figueiredo on the run, pulled back. That's going to be a yellow card for Philippe Meyer. But explosive play by João Figueiredo. First yellow card of the game. I think Philippe Meyer knew that professionally he had no choice. Figueiredo and Bergson working well together. Chance to combine due to excellent defensive work by Bangkok United so far. Chai. I think has been awarded to Everton, probably for the foul on Bergson that led up to it, rather than the Philippe Meyer challenge. But it's the end of a first half in which Bangkok United have really becalmed Johor Darul Taksim. Not many teams have been able to do that. Muhsin Al Ghassani thought he'd won his team a penalty, only for VAR to overturn the original decision by the referee. Defensively, Johor have been pretty secure. Not many shots on goal or chances for Bangkok United. At the other end, Oscar Arribas has shown well down the left-hand side. Arif Ayman has shown well down the right-hand side. Figueiredo coming into the game in the latter stages. But Bangkok United will be happy with their first 45 minutes work. They've restricted Johor Darul Taksim at half-time in the Shopee Cup, the ASEAN Club Championship. It's Johor Darul Taksim 0, Bangkok United 0. Very warm welcome back to the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Johor Darul Taksim 0, Bangkok United 0 at half-time in this Shopee Cup contest. Everton Gonçalves receiving a yellow card right at the end of the first half, as a very strong defensive rear guard from Bangkok United has rather becalmed and tamed Johor Darul Taksim. An earlier than normal kick-off, perhaps also adding to the subdued atmosphere. Bangkok United thought they'd earned themselves a penalty midway through the half. Change to tell you about for Bangkok United as well. Wiratep, who came on as a substitute for Kosovic, well, he is being taken out. He picked up a knock very, very early on after coming out, and he has been replaced by Titipan. So the substitute substituted. And there is the number 18, Titipan Wangchan. Another Thai international, 56 caps or so. He's played against Malaysia on the international stage as well. Joined Bangkok United in 2022 officially, having been on loan from BG Patim United in the 2021 season. Arif Ayman, when he got on the ball, Johor Darul Taksim looked at their most dangerous. Second half underway, Shopee Cup, ASEAN Club Championship. Bangkok United in the white shirts and shorts, going right to left against Johor Darul Taksim, the 11th time in a row Malaysian champions, against the team who have been 3 times in a row runners-up in the Thai top flight. Here's Oscar Arribas coming forward. There's the substitution. There is Titipan involved. Oscar finds Bergson! 34 seconds into the second stanza. Bergson de Silva opens the scoring for JDT with the rifling shot. The dance is deserved. Bergson de Silva. He had one half chance in the first half. It breaks to him. Oscar Arribas with the assist, and Bergson slants it away from Patiwat. It's a deliberate finish with power and precision and perfection as far as JDT are concerned. Remarkable goal-scoring record, Bergson de Silva. Contenders come and go. Jairo is the man who thinks he should have Bergson's place this year. Last year it was Obregon. His goals just continue to see them off. And his work rate as well. Long ball picked up, and an awkward one there for Wanchai. De Hevel is able to find Arif Ayman. Hector. Boklau just stretches, finds Seiya Kanori. Japanese, very confident in possession. Finds Wanchai. Boklau under pressure. I think Fazeli was who left a mark on him, but Myers pushed the ball forward, and coming the other way, this is Rungrat. Rungrat's got 2 in the penalty area. Left-footed cross, and just over the top. Al Ghassani once again is incandescent. He feels he's being held by Eddie Israfilov. Let's have a look as this comes over. Well, Israfilov, an arm is wrapped around there, Al Ghassani. That's what Rungrath can do. He just bought himself a little bit of space, puts in a delicious cross, and Al Ghassani, once again, does not like the decision that's not gone his way. He thought he'd won a penalty. It was overturned. He's had a couple of bruising battles with Irazabal. That's his second claim for a penalty. One against Irazabal. Sorry, one against Lauda. This one against Israfilov. Maya, toe pokes it clear. Time Irazabal is up above Al Ghassani. Lauda plays it into Nacho Mendes. Sihan. Chai has to be careful. That half of the pitch had a layer of water that meant some passes stopped short in the first half. Patiwat, no chance with the goal. There's confirmation of the substitution as Arif comes forward once again. Arif twists and turns defenders inside out. Al Ghassani versus Irazabal. Al Ghassani looks for support. Rungrath is there. Titipan arrives late in the penalty area. Nakamura also goes there. Is Poklo Anand. Okay then. Sekanori. Just pushed the ball a couple of meters too far, and that's a comfortable save in the end. Sihan, 29 years of age now. Start in the match against Lion City Sailors. The Shopee Cup, 4 locally born players must be in the starting lineup, at least 4. So Sihan will get his chances in this competition. Lauda's long ball picked out by Itipong Selenon. Maya. Itipong. Cross went out before he came back in again. Sihan gets on with things quickly. And a chance to give you the teams. Johor, Sihan in goal. Israfilov, Irazabal and Lauda along the back. Mendes, Hevel. Nafik Frizel in the heart of midfield. Bergson. Little give and go. Force him wide, but his cross finds Figueiredo! Stunning goal. What a combination. João Figueiredo, made by Bergson. JDT with a comfortable 2-goal cushion now. And it's magical from the front too. They've got that quality. Looks like the chance had been lost then, but Hector Hevel's lovely little dink in. And then Figueiredo's given that time at the near post, gets in ahead of Wanchai. And he's got the ability just to direct the ball in beyond Patiwat. Clever goal. Lovely creation. Clinical execution. That's JDT 2025. So Figueiredo cannot stop scoring goals. A goal a game in his time. Oh, there is a hint. Is there a hint of offside? Now VAR likes to get involved. Likes to make sure thing is absolutely above board. And that is the only delay I can think is there might be a hint of offside earlier on in the move. Kim Hee-gon is forced to wait. Philippe Meyer and Everton Gonçalves can only hope. Now the goal is good. Any hint of offside? I think it was the ball from Hevel into Bergson. They just wanted to check that Bergson hadn't strayed a millimetre offside. Here's Oscar Arribas, finds Bergson. Bergson looks to Arif Ayman. Bangkok United have got to hold on now. Good save. It had to be. But we had all the attackers getting forward, and Arif, who loves to get forward. Decent ball in. The first touch takes him away from goal. Gives Patiwat the chance to close the angle. Al-Ghassani again does well, but he's isolated. Irazabar with another stern challenge. Monchai only finds Hector Hevel. Foul in the back there by Meyer on the back of Figueiredo. Base of the back for Figueiredo. Joined from Istanbul, Başakşehir here. Well, there wasn't really a hint of this kind of explosive ability from JDT in the first half, but you look around at the players they've got, Arif and Bergson and Figueiredo, not only the goals, but the work ethic that they put in. They work harder than anybody else, they're fitter than most teams. Monchai goes back to his goalkeeper, Patiwat. You can see the physicality there. There was a Ghassani showing a little bit of frustration. Also physically big as well as Arribas drives in. Again, it's Rafilov. Strong challenge. Al-Ghassani. You can see Al-Ghassani's frustrated, but he's done well there, Al-Ghassani, to win the ball back to deny Hector Hevel. Keep an eye on Musan Al-Ghassani, the number 16. Just look how his hackles are being raised. Figueiredo. That's taking a deflection. That'll be a corner kick. Third of this second half, 7th in all. Thought of going short. Figueiredo joins Chanatip Tonkrasim as the top goal scorer in this competition. Plenty to ponder for Tochuan Sripan. It's been a very, very difficult couple of matches. Against Buriram in the league, a narrow 2-1 defeat. The trip to Johor. Titipan. Looks for Al-Ghassani again. Irazabal is really all over him. And Irazabal reacts first. A terrific signing. John Irazabal looks like he's been dominating at the heart of that back three. Sign from Sabah in Azerbaijan. Irazabal in Bilbao. It's Bergson. Ooh, belatedly. Kim Hee-gong calls for the foul on Bergson by Everton. Hint of emotion. Seems to be an awful lot in that from Everton. Slight little tap on the shoulder, perhaps. Yeah, does just enough to deny Oscar Arribas, who has got an engine on him. As the Zafik Fazel, very, very involved in driving Johor forward. Figueiredo finds Joe Mendes. He's the stay-at-home guy. Very ruthless in their transfer plans are JDT. Been limited in the AFC Champions League Elite last year at the round of 16 stage. Number of personnel. Foreign contingents, the Foreign Legion, found themselves moved out of Johor. Players like Mendes coming in, and Lauder, the left centre-back, and Figueiredo. Figueiredo's flick on finds Arif Ayman, who's very much part of the furniture. Everton does well and then slams it clear. Here is Lauder. And Al-Ghassani, watch your temper, watch your temper. Mendes it was who ends up on his back, spread-eagled. Titipan not being able to get into the game. Sub for the sub. Injury to Naboha Kosovic did seem to upset the rhythm of Bangkok United. Shafilov. Dink over the top. Fik is looking for Figueiredo, who once was on his heels. Titipan. Ambitious pass looking for Rungrat. I think Fazel enjoying getting forward. Now Nacho Mendes is there doing all the defensive work that used to be his responsibilities. Given a little bit more license to go forward. One ball over the top. Irazabal once again just gets the better of Musa Al-Ghassani. Oh, Israfilov put under pressure. Namdin versus Fei Riang later on tonight, 8:30 Hong Kong time. Oscar Arribas. Terrific signing. Arribas has been de Hevel. From Portuguese football, finds Figueiredo, who came from Turkey. Far and wide on their recruitment policy. Spain the central point of call. That's where Adibas came from, and Adibas's ball looks for Bergson. Everton is there once again. That did well. Rath's got a little bit of time. Closed down quickly though by Adibas. And then Nittipong just has the ball nicked away from him by Afiq. One mistake apart that produced the near penalty. It's been neat and tidy. Long range efforts from Arif. Just fades wide of the post. Well, they carry that threat. You saw the movement from Bergson and the movement from Figueiredo. That just creates a little bit of a gap. Look at Ajit's warming up for Bangkok United. They need a goal if they're looking to get back into this game. Otherwise, it's a losing start for them in this competition. With the lead. Al Ghassani's made a forward run. Ball wasn't played into him. It's Wanchai though, who's got a good left foot. And there's blocks. Titipan. 3 white shirts in the penalty area. Siham can collect those all day. A little bit aimless. And look at this, Arif on the charge again. Everton does well, Everton does brilliantly. Look at Adzic preparing. Wait until after the corner comes though. Arif Ayman to take this one for JDT, who lead by 2-0. Looking to make it a 100% start to this competition. Everton Gonçalves once again with the header. Arif, still plenty of players forward, one of whom was Johnny Razabal, who's a central defender, as exhibited by that cross. Kanori. It's a long, long way to go, and he's very, very lonely at the moment, Kanori. He's done well to hold on to the ball under intense pressure from Oscar Adibas, who again has put in a sterling effort for JDT. Kanori tries to whip it in. Kanori, sorry, was the target. His former Tampines teammate, Kilga Nakamura. Two goals early in this second half for Bergson. 30 seconds into the second half, and then João Figueiredo. It's a 2-0 lead. Going to be a yellow card here for Afiq Fazale. Just a little bit late on the challenge on Nakamura. It's unnecessary. Then look at Adzic. Started his career at Red Star Belgrade. Good enough to win Serb under-21 international caps. Very, very good finisher. Had a quiet start to his life at Bangkok United. Hardly got a game for most of last season and then came good towards the tail end. To score this season, Adzic. Bangkok yet to score here. Titipan. Top looks for Seo Kanori. Kanori weaves one way and then the other, was trying to find El Ghassani. High cross, Sihan's come for that. Misses the punch. Adzic is there. Faced by Hector Hebel. And Hebel does a really good job. Arif is there. Can you just look at the work ethic of JDT? As we come into the final 20 minutes or so, their fitness will tell, plus the strength of their bench as well. Bangkok have got a good bench. Missing a couple of key players through injury today, though, which would have been injured. Richero Zivkovic and Ilyas Al-Haft. Rather shortens their front threat. Afik. Good clear shout from Patiwat. Bowls it out to Luka Adzic. And Titipan. Adzic faced by Figueiredo. Poklau. Closed down by Bergson. Just a case in point there. Figueiredo and Bergson doing the hard work, doing the closing down. It starts from the front. 12 shots, 6 on target for JDT. 3 shots from the visitors. None yet to trouble Sihan. Makes a comfortable claim there. Official attendance of 11,500, 11,677. Which in this beautiful stadium looks a little bit lost. Can hold up to 32,000, I believe. 11,677. Poklau. That fast start to the second half really has taken the wind out of Bangkok sails. Poklau gives the ball away to Afik, who just seems to be turning up in the right place, right time on numerous occasions. Figueiredo was trying to play the ball into Bergson. Adibas once again is there. Hebel. Arif Ayman. Decent shot, tap in, Bergson, 3-0. Another Bergson dance, another Arif assist, another Johor goal. The points are now safe. I think it's a case of what more damage Johor want to do. The record breaker is now on a hat-trick. Decent save from Patiwat, but straight to Bergson, who's enjoying his relationship with the crowd. Well, Nittipong, the right back, has utterly turned off there. He's just allowed Bergson to float into that space. And when Arif quite rightly shoots across the goal, the save is there, but it's a tap-in for Bergson de Silva. Gosh, how can you keep a man who scores so many goals out of the team? He responds every time. Change is Jonathan Silva, one of the more recent recruits. The Argentine has got 2 international Argentina caps. Signed from Getafe via Pathos. 31-year-old. He comes into the heart of midfield for Hector Hevel. And that's the quality that JDT have. One international goes off. The former Argentine international comes on. Al Ghassani. Is there a consolation or even a way back into this game for Bangkok? Nakamura onto Poklau. Sekanori. Chai loses out and Arif is there, and Johor look in the mood for more. Look at this, they've got 5 players coming forward. Oscar Arribas, and slammed away for a corner kick. Arribas cut in onto his right. He's in debate with Bergson about who should have taken that on. He had so much to Johor, Arribas. He's not one of the big names, but he delivers wherever he's asked to play. Number 10 swept in and headed over. Lauder it was who got there. Got above Maya and inside Poklau. Couldn't direct it on target. And it's going really well for JDT in this ASEAN Cup. Reinvented last year when Shoppy came involved. Kanori's ball goes all the way through. And then Afrika Adzic. Arribas doing the defensive work this time. Arif. In Arribas have swapped sides. Gives Arif a chance to run and look for Figueiredo. The block from Everton. Bangkok United are on the rack, and Johor are looking to make this 4 or more. Look at how many Johor shirts are coming forward. It's a desperate, brave challenge from Everton Gonçalves. Riding in on the goalkeeper. taken quickly. Arribas. It's off Maya's head. Again, Johor will try to hurry the pace. Arribas, he wants a goal. Figueiredo wants a second. Arif Ayman, he'd like a goal as well. Weaves his way in. And stands it up to the far post where Bergson will chase. To no avail. Nakamura under pressure. This is Patiwat. Here's Nitipong, and the press is coming now from JDT. Southern Tigers not showing any mercy whatsoever to the visitors. Bangkok United, nearly opponents of JDT in the AFC Champions League. They lost the playoff against Chengdu 3-0, so they know what it's like to face the very, very top teams. They played Buriram already in the league, and they just keep falling short against the top teams, the really well-resourced teams. Must be so frustrating for the management and for Shripam. Chance though, Adzic. Straight into Siham. It's the first really serious attempt on target that they've had. Now look, coming the other way. Afik Fazail trying to lift it up to Bergson, who applauds the intention. And changes being made. Guntupam, a young forward coming on, as is Nacha. The game is lost, so Shripam giving a little bit of game time and experience to some of his younger chargers. Johnny Razabal, he heads off to be replaced by Sharul Saad, another Malaysia international, replaced for Irazabal. How about this? I think we're going to see Heberty coming on. Yeah, that is Heberty, who had such a fine career. 3 years he spent at Bangkok United. Scored 35 goals in 70 appearances for Bangkok United, did Heberty. And he comes on to replace João Figueiredo. So it's confirmation. Charles Saad and Heberty. Heberty, JDT, directly from Bangkok United. Of course, Thai fans will know all about him. He was prolific at Ratchaburi and at Muangthong United as well. And Guntupam at the other end of his career. Towards part of the under-23 team in the 23 Asian Cup in Qatar. A little bit of experience for him. Here's Titipan, looking for a consolation. And didn't quite work out, did it? Goes behind Guntupam. Didn't give Titipan really an option. Here's Arif. Really strong second half performance from Johor Darul Taksim. They scored 30 seconds into the half through Bergson. Crackling shot from the edge of the penalty area. And Figueiredo and Bergson combined for the second. Here's Heberty. Gets away from Kyoga, and Heberty was looking for Bergson. Glauder's big and strong. He and Kanori having a real battle, which Glauder wins. Referee plays an advantage after the wrestling match, and Heberty picks it up again. Now, Bangkok United for half an hour or so were very competitive. Then an injury to Nebojša Kosovic, Montenegrin midfielder, just disrupted them a little bit. Johor had their best spell of the first half in the last 15 minutes. They got Arif Ayman more involved in the game. And this second half has been all about Johor. It maybe isn't finished yet. Bergson's going to be penalised. But he withdrew his stud, so there's not going to be a yellow card, I don't think. Tumbles over. Bergson, yeah, he withdraws the foot. Loses out. Nacho Mendes slides it through to Heberty. A bit behind Bergson. Heberty goes for the follow through, but Everton is there. Former teammates. Everton know all about Heberty. Timon and Nacho, two of the younger players. Maybe just to get a bit of breath back. They've got quite a schedule coming up at Bangkok United. Ratchaburi in the league, then they entertain Persib Bandung. Then they have matches against Nakhon Ratchasima and Muangthong United. Then they entertain Lion City Sailors, home to Lamphan, and that's all before the end of October. Changes for Johor Darul Taksim. I suspect before this goal kick is taken by Siham. Nacho Inter and Jairo coming on. Arif Ayman, one of those coming off. One excellent assist for him. Jairo, signed from Paphos. Okay, this Bergson, he likes his place in the first team, doesn't he? He scores goals, a hat-trick against Sabah in the second half. 2 so far today. Bergson de Silva. Heberty swings it out wide. Jonathan Silva. For Bergson, didn't quite pick him up. Nakamura is there. Kanori can't get ahead of Glauder. Catches him on the ankle. Japanese apologizes to the Spaniard. The marketplace for these two clubs very different. Glauder coming from Cadiz, second level of Spanish football. Kanori coming from Tampines. Here's Oscar Arribas. Jairo hasn't got long to make an impression, but will want to do so. Arribas, Jairo to the byline. Can't quite keep it in play. Thumbs up, Paul smiles. Hasn't quite come off today for Oscar Arribas, but his work ethic, his versatility, the more I see Johor Darul Taksim, the more I appreciate him, the more I understand why he's virtually undroppable. There aren't many undroppable players. Him and maybe Arif, that's it. To be fair, the back three are making a good case for not being dropped. As for Bangkok, well, 7 changes for today. They'll need to make a few more ahead of the game against Ratchaburi. They knew this was a tough group. Gyro, little touch to Bergson. Wouldn't be surprised to see the net ripple from there. Here's Heberty. Bangkok United's next game in this competition against Lion City Sailors. And they also entertain Namdim. Nacho. Bergson. It's all very tight and topo clear. Thrash clear, anywhere will do. I think Bangkok just want to get off this pitch, get themselves back up onto home soil. 5 minutes for Johor to add to the 3 that they've scored already. Nacho Inter spins one out wide. Jonathan Silva's ball. He's looking for Gyro on the far post. Looked to be a very awkward hurdle for Johor Darul Taksim, being overcome with an excellent second half performance. Nakamura to Seakanori. Everton. As usual, he's given a sterling performance at the heart of the defence. Johor just had too much for them. Maybe Guntapon will get a consolation, or maybe he won't, because Israfilov was there and Nacho Mendes is crudely taken out. The referee's played a brilliant advantage. Arribas looks to his right, whereas Gyro finds the lovely ball for the Bergson hat-trick. It is a breathtaking goal on the breakaway. Another triple for Bergson de Silva. And a big thumbs up for Gyro as well, and for the referee. He played a really good advantage. Celebrations in the executive boxes, on the stadium and on the pitch. There's the advantage from the referee, but he recognised it's a 4-on-3. Arribas plays a lovely ball, and that's delicious from Gyro. And Bergson says, thank you, my friend. We may be rivals for this number 9 slot, but heck, we can play together. And in the end, this has turned out to be a convincing rout of Bangkok United. A hat-trick for Bergson de Silva. Beautifully done. Nakamura. Oh, not quite what was meant, but it's come off. First in bomb for Nacha. Luka Adzic. Titipan. Nakamura. Oh, it's unusual. Long range effort. Oh, just wide. That's a great effort by Nacho. Nacho Promson Boom. Just on as a substitute, catches that one beautifully. That would have been a first senior goal for Nacho. Here's Nacho Inter. To the other Nacho Mendes. Maribas chases into the corner but was offside. Even then though, he keeps it in play. Well, for Sripan, he will have worried about this game, of course he will. At half-time he will have been relatively happy. His team were right in it. It was 0-0. And they defended very, very nicely. 30 seconds into the second half, the first of the Bergson hat-trick. Final whistle goes. Cisco Munez's team done the job in the second half in impressive style. Bergson de Silva with a hat-trick. João Figueiredo with the other goal after an assist from Bergson. Patiwa Kamai pretty much faultless for any of the goals that went in. They just have so many riches, so much power, so many resources. Bangkok United came here with a game plan that was rather disrupted when Kosovic went off injured. But in the second half, they were just steamrolled by Johor Darul Taksim. And once again, it is the Bergson show, and it's finished here at the Sultan Ibrahim Stadium. Johor Darul Taksim 4, Bangkok United 0.
first half managed to balance JDT. What has been wrong in the second half?
ก็ครึ่งแรกเราสามารถยันเขาได้อยู่นะครับเล่นสูสีแต่ครึ่งหลังก็เกิดอะไรเป็นข้อผิดพลาดครับ
ก็คืออันดับแรกเลยเกิดจากเราเสียบอลง่าย แล้วก็ทำให้ถูก transition แล้วก็เสียประตูแรก แล้วมันเป็นจุดเปลี่ยนที่ทำให้เราต้องเพิ่มเกมบุกเพื่อที่จะทวงประตูคืนกลับมา
What caused us was the first mistake that we conceded the ball and then eventually we conceded the goal. That makes us that we need to more open up and that was the more goals coming that we conceded.
2 losses in last 2 games. Do you think this tight schedule play a big part?
This
Tight schedule for Bangkok.
ก็แพ้มา2 เกมติดต่อกันก็คิดว่าโปรแกรมที่หนักๆติดต่อกันมีผลมากน้อยแค่ไหน
ก็เราก็พยายามที่จะลืมไป เพราะว่ามันก็ไม่สามารถกลับไปแก้ไขได้เราก็มองไปข้างหน้าแล้วก็โฟกัสกับเกมที่เหลือต่อไป แล้วก็ทำให้มันดีที่สุด
Yes, it has an impact, but for what we do on our side is we try to forget the past and we try to focus on the present or even the forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, person. Another match, another hat trick. 6 goals in 2 matches. What has been your motivation so far?
As you say, I think I don't have much more motivation than when the things happen better than you hope, you know. Even in my best dreams, I think to achieve a lot of targets, you know, here. So yes, I'm very proud how we approach this game tonight. And then this is the way. I think we need to keep like this because we have an important match on next week. And then yes, the individual numbers meaning nothing when the group don't achieve a lot of things. But today we can share a lot of things to individual and to the group. So I'm very happy. Our team deserves it, and then we will keep working hard to the next battles.
What coach did tell to you guys in first half, in halftime?
He said to us to improve our pressing because they was with line of 3 to building, and then they did very well. To be honest, in my opinion, they make better than the other games, but lucky we did well on the second half, and then we approached this game in 4-0 for us. Sorry.
Okay, person. Thank you and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Terima kasih, guys.
Vamos.